Wednesday, welcome home to a special edition holiday classic.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
It's uncut with scenes you haven't seen in years. A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Then it's presents galore and dancing you'll see in a holiday special all about me. A Garfield Christmas after a Charlie Brown Christmas, CBS Wednesday.
Get ready for fun and frolic in the snow as everyone's favorite tank engine hits the tracks this holiday season. With Thomas and Friends Ultimate Christmas.
3 cheers for Thomas the Tank Engine and all his friends.
Climb on board as the magical island of Sodor is transformed into a winter wonderland.
Everyone cheered and the party began.
Join Thomas, James, Gordon, and all their friends as they learn about the importance of friendship, trust, and helping others.
Thomas's Winter Wonderland. Climb on board and join us if you can.
Happy holiday, everyone.
Children of all ages will treasure the ultimate Christmas collection of Thomas and Friends stories and songs for years to come.
Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends thought it was the best Christmas ever.
Thomas and Friends Ultimate Christmas. Available on DVD this holiday season. Only from Stars Home Entertainment.
It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. All the engines were working hard. Thomas and Toby were busy carrying people and parcels up and down the branch line. Everyone was happy. Only the coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were complaining. It's always the same before Christmas, they groaned. We feel so full. We feel so full. Oh, come on, said Thomas as he puffed out of the station. Where's your festive spirit? Leave that to the others. All we get is hard work, said the coaches. Cheer up, said Thomas. Christmas Day is almost here. By the side of the track was a lonely little cottage with a familiar figure standing by the gate, waving to them. It's Mrs. Kindly, whistled Thomas. Peep, peep, happy Christmas. However heavy the loads, Thomas always felt better for seeing Mrs. Kindly. Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Mrs. Kindly, he said, and puffed thoughtfully on. When work was over, Thomas went to see the other engines. It was a scene of great celebration. Their coats had been polished and they felt very proud of themselves. Huh, said Gordon, just look at us. Your driver will have to work fast to get you to look as smart as us. Never mind that, replied Thomas. I've something important to say. Do you realize it's a whole year since Mrs. Kindly saved us from a nasty accident? But, said James and Henry together, the rest of us never really thanked her properly. Exactly, said Thomas triumphantly. So now I think we should all give her a special Christmas party. The big engines were delighted, and so were their drivers and firemen. We'd like that, they said. A party will be fun. We'll ask the Fat Controller. Then suddenly silence fell. the Fat Controller had bad news. "The weather's changed," he said. "Mrs. Kindly is all snowed up. Toby says he will help to rescue her. You must help too, Thomas. There's no party unless you do." Thomas hated snow, but he said bravely, "I'll try, sir. We must rescue her. We must." "There's a good engine," smiled the Fat Controller. "You and Toby will manage splendidly." The men came to fit Thomas with a snowplow. But when they came to the cutting near the cottage, they could go no further. "Look at that!" exclaimed Thomas's fireman. "Peep, peep, peep! Here we are," whistled Thomas. "Toot, toot, toot! So are we," came a voice from behind the cottage.
"That's Terence," said Thomas. "He's come to help too." Sure enough, Terence had a snowplow and was working hard to clear a path to the railway line in safety.
At long last the rescue was complete. Percy arrived to take the tired workmen home. The engines made good time. No more snow had fallen, but the yard was dark when they arrived at Tidmouth. The shed doors were shut, there was silence, and there was no one to be seen. Thomas's heart sank. Then suddenly all the lights went on. What a marvelous sight awaited Mrs. Kindly. "Well done," said the Fat Controller, smiling happily. "I'm really proud of you all." Mrs. Kindly especially thanked the smaller engine. "Thomas and Toby are old friends," she said. "And now, Percy, you are my friend too." Percy was so pleased that he bubbled over. "3 cheers for Mrs. Kindly," he cried. "Peep, peep, peep," they all whistled. The Fat Controller held his ears, but everyone else laughed and joined in. "Happy Christmas, Mrs. Kindly!"
Christmas wears a holiday glow. All the world is feeling that mistletoe feeling that tells us Christmas is here. It's our favorite